Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. About to get some sun today and I thought this would be a good time and a good place to do today's video. Well yes, I got a little bit of a cold. It's kind of, it's hot down here, so it's kind of one of those summer colds. It is what it is. I never expected not to get some cold or something in the future. I don't get into all the woo-woo and we're super magic and we're never going to catch anything. We're going to catch it from time to time. And I just thought I would do a video while I had a cold and show you what I do with it. It's funny, I looked on Google. I was just like looking up some natural cold remedies, not really looking for anything, but just wanting to see what was recommended. And of course there was a plethora of things that popped up and all kind of strategies and take a bite of this and a teaspoonful of that and blah blah blah. And I just figured, you know what, most of the stuff, and like some of the things were garlic, echinacea, zinc, and most of them really from what I was reading, what I was actually taking out of it, of the whole thing, is like none of them are actually going to lessen the length. Like most of them even had a bunch of studies behind them, and the best they would do is like the average cold would be, I don't know, 5 or 6 days, and it might take a day off. So I just decided to go the whole route, just kind of the holistic, just take care of the whole organism thing. Basically all I'm planning on doing for it after all the reading is I got fresh orange juice at the market this morning. I got a half gallon of that. Started feeling the symptoms the night before last, so I did a half gallon of orange juice yesterday. I go high on the vitamin C. I like to go high on the vitamin C. And I'm in my little private spot. I'm about to take some sun, vitamin D. Neither one I really see it lessening or shortening the cold. I don't know. I don't feel that bad as it is. A little bit of congestion at night, a little bit of a runny nose yesterday. Today, I can feel it a little bit. I'll probably get a little bit of a cough. And actually, I'm kind of curious and anxious. I'm not necessarily saying I want to get a cough after it progresses a little bit, but I've been reading lately that pineapple juice is about the best cough medicine you can have. So it would be kind of interesting to test that out, but if I have my druthers, I'd rather not have a cough. But yeah, I'm just... it is what it is, and the reason I kind of even just wanted to do this, even though I'm not giving you a lot of practical information on doing something with the cold, we're going to get colds. It is what it is, and don't freak out once you do. I've seen people in this world, that maybe even do YouTube things. It's almost like they're having some sort of a panic attack by telling people they get sick. Don't get too caught up in the crazy side of this stuff. Like, I don't. I'm just trying to make my health as good as possible. It's like the exaggerations sometimes, they get old to me. The whole like, oh, you're never going to get sick. Your teeth are going to heal. All holes in your teeth will be healed. All this gray, once you eat that raw food diet and you get it bad enough, all that gray is going to come out. God, I hope not. Or, hey, I chopped off my arm, lost an arm in a combine in a farming accident, and I started eating raw vegan and that arm grew back. It is what it is, some people need to have all these almost supernatural things to keep them going. To me it's just, it is what it is. We're not, just because we are taking care of ourselves, we're not Superman. But I do believe that the way we do take care of ourselves can lessen the severity of colds and flu or whatever you might pick up, and it probably makes us less susceptible to catch them. Now, where this is going to go with my kind of loner side is it's going to even make me push back a little bit more, like, okay, I'm not a touchy person. I don't interact with a lot of people, and I hate that custom. I hate the custom of constantly touching people, and that's why I'm glad I'm not out in society more, where all day long you're doing this archaic handshaking, and you got to kiss people on the mouth and on the cheek and all this. I'm not into all this touching. I'm just not. I'm not a germaphobe. I'm not crazy about it, but yeah, I'm not into all that, and so that's probably going to feed a little bit of my weirdness and wanting to stay away from people even more, having to get a little sickness. But yeah, the vitamin D. the vitamin D from the sun and the vitamin C, just of everything I read, and I enjoy that anyway. Was going to do that anyway. Sounds like about, the best thing I can do to ride this out. Obviously, I'm not going to take any over-the-counter medicine like I used to. It did kind of give me some nice reminiscence flashbacks to the Big Q. Anybody out there know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the Big Q? I used to love NyQuil. Even sometimes when I didn't have a cold. I remember living in Colorado with a bunch of crazy guys one time, and we'd party a little bit on NyQuil before we'd go out at night. But NyQuil's that cold medicine that just gets you a little bit high, gets you a little bit loopy, you're tripping a little bit. You can go in and out of dreams. But yeah, I had a reminiscent. I won't be taking any of that stuff, and as I was in bed last night, my nose was just a little stopped up. I'm like, sometimes I don't know if it's just my perception now, or maybe the cold is less severe, but my nose was a little stopped up. I wasn't perfectly comfortable, but I also wasn't like, oh my God, I'm sick, I'm dying. I just, it was what it was. I got sleep. I got plenty of sleep last night, and I'm feeling better today. And I know it'll decrease a little bit day by day. But yeah, that's all it's going to be for me. It's going to be another half gallon of orange juice today. Going to take my dose of vitamin D. And the only other thing I might do, just because it's here, I've got it available. It's plenty around, and I need to use some, is ginger. Ginger's supposedly good too. Just, more so than trying to fight this cold, get rid of this cold, more so my mentality is just like, okay, well, something penetrated the defenses there, so let's just work even harder and work even more on building up the immune system. That's where I'll end it right there. Like, I would look at it instead of, instead of trying to take care of just little pieces, each individual sickness, or trying to do this, or trying to prevent this. That's really where I started with this health journey before there was even raw vegan, before I knew anything about that, was about building up my immune system, because I did know a little bit. What little I knew was that the stronger our immune system was, the less susceptible we are. So think more as a whole. Don't think these small parts and eat this one little particular component for this. Think about feeding the whole. Just think about it. Always think about strengthening that immune system. And, you're just going to, we'll be able to fight off more things. If this is the worst I've got to deal with, that's not a big thing for me. So I'm going to go get my son now. I'm going to finish off my orange juice, and I'm going to get ready for the weekend. Another lazy weekend. I think I'll get a little bit done. I don't think I'll be quite so lazy this weekend. Hope you guys have some plans. I do see a real big cold front. Seems to be coming all the way across the U.S. I'm not sure when that comes in, so get your food. If it's going to get real cold, maybe plan ahead. Everybody always talking about it's hard to do this when it's really, really cold. So if there's a big cold spell coming, plan ahead. Know what you're going to eat. Know what you're going to do. Anyhow, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I love you. Peace.